Ready, coach?
Yep.
All right, everyone. If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand.
Recording in progress.
Go ahead, Chase.
Hey Scott, just what were they able to do to take control of this game so early?
Their shot making, Embiid's ability to make plays, makes the game easy for a lot of their players. They obviously got a good team, good players. I can't imagine anybody playing better than him. He's playing. That was MVP level tonight. We tried different things on him, but good player. I mean, he's definitely a handful.
And what was a common theme on the 3-point line for them? 9 threes in the first half. I think they made 17 in the game.
Yeah, well, they were hot. Danny Green, you want him to not take one shot without a dribble. I don't know if he took any shots without a dribble. Made his threes. A handful of them were mistakes. But with that being said, they put you in some tough positions. With Embiid and Simmons, they can pass over double teams. They can pass over the defense. Like I said, they got a lot of good players. And Harris is, I don't know if there's a better third that does what he does. He defends, he can play multiple positions, scores all over the floor. But his defense, his ability to rebound out of his position is another problem.
Ava.
Scott, you obviously switched up your defense on Embiid and went in more single covered for a good chunk of it. Just what did you see on tape that made you want to give it a try? Obviously, the double was working for you in game 2.
Well, I mean, we have to keep mixing it up on him. We were playing him square it up until he put the ball on the floor and try to double team from the top. But he's able to make plays for his teammates, and the way they shot tonight, it was one of those games where no matter what you did, they were going to get some decent shots, even late contest shots they were making. Like I said, we didn't play as well as we would have loved to play, obviously, but they had a lot to do with it. This is a very talented, experienced team. They're championship ready right now. I wouldn't think they would surprise anybody if we got one more crack at it. That's what I told the guys. We want to play better. We want to give ourselves one more chance to play better. But yeah, they got a lot of talented players that really know how to play, and they're great experience.
And obviously, that said, after what you just said about Joel, but what can you tell Daniel about defense moving forward and just tweaks that you saw today?
Well, I think he just has to keep locked in, and the way we play, the pace, sometimes he gets tired. I can probably take him out after 6 or 7 minutes and then put him back in. But he's gaining great experience playing against the MVP or one of the top 2 probably in the league this year. And anytime you can play against the best players, you learn something from them, and you learn something about yourself. And but I thought Gaff is going to play hard, and that's what I love about his potential. Is he's going to play hard, and he's going to continue to get better.
Fred.
Hey Scott, you mentioned the 3-point performance from them in general. What did you think of your guys' team defense in regards to just giving up those shots and your rotations on the perimeter?
Well, there were some mistakes. There's no question, but some of it also was they put you in a tough position. You got to make when Embiid catches it so deep, and it's hard to keep him out from catching it deep, and he's so skilled with the dribble. So when you do come double, your rotations have to be on point, and even if they're on point, they had some good shooters taking them. So we'd love to play better. Defense from the three. We also would love to make some threes ourselves, but they have a good team. Like I mean, it's not something that you guys don't know, but we do definitely have to play a little bit better on our rotations.
And what do you make of Rui's performance over these first 3 games and tonight?
Another guy's gaining experience. Guarding some really talented players. Some players that can be put all over the floor. They're not one-dimensional players. They're not just one spot on the floor. They got a lot. They're very skilled and very athletic and long and they're experienced. But he's gaining it. He's just crossed the 100-game mark in his career. So these are all good experiences for him. None of us. I mean, we all would have loved to play better. Not just Rui, not just Gaff, but we all could have played better, and we got one more opportunity to send this back to Philadelphia.
DA.
Scott, you're in the middle of the game, but did you sense fans tonight having a good crowd here for the first time this year, and for more than a year?
Yeah, I mean it's just great having our crowd here. Too bad we couldn't have played better, but it's great to see it because by seeing it, the world is getting to a normal place, or back to normal. So that's actually good. Like I said, I wish we would have played better. I know our players feel the same way, but our fans, I love the fact they cheered for our guys. They know what it took for us to get here, and they know this is a tough matchup. But they cheered and they came out. 10,000 people. That was just good to see. Like I said, we got one more opportunity. It's you got to win. You got to win 4 games. It's obviously a very difficult challenge ahead, but we don't need to win 4. We just need to win 1, and Monday night gives us another opportunity to do that.
Matt Paris.
Hey, Scott, obviously you guys don't want to find yourself in a position like this, but what can you guys learn from being a 3-0 hole like you guys are?
You got to keep fighting. You can't let go of the rope. You got to keep pulling the rope together, and it's no different than what we've talked about all year. It's definitely, it's win or go home. We understand that, and we know we're gonna have to play better, and we're gonna have to do a few things different again, and just see, what can work. We've tried every imaginable double team, square it up. It would help if we can make some shots from the 3-point line. I like the fact that we got 35, but 8 makes is not going to cut it when they made 17.
Has this series shown you anything what you guys will need for the future or anything like that? I mean, I know you're still in it. But.
I'm not interested in talking about the future. I'm just focused on our group right now and how we can get this next game.
All right, thank you, Scott.
Yep.
Candace.
Scott, there were a couple of times, especially on the offensive end, when Davis seemed to take umbrage to some physicality, getting fouled, thought he was fouled. Do you think your guys have adjusted to the physicality and how things are being called throughout the series?
Well, I mean, their 2 bigs are as physical as any 2 bigs in the league. If maybe they're probably 1 and 2, and you can argue which one's more physical than another. But you have to be able to manage that. That they set big screens and hard screens, and they foul hard. They got a lot of experience from that spot, but it's a physical game. We all know in the playoffs it raises up a level, and we could, definitely we can get a little bit better in that area, but we see it, and we got to be able to do it now.
Kareem.
Hey, Scott, I wanted to ask your thoughts on Brad real quick. Obviously the threes aren't falling like the way you'd like, but at the same time, he's putting in a whole lot of work these 3 games.
Yeah, and I mean, Brad's a hooper, man. That guy just loves to play, and he plays hard. He didn't shoot the ball well. He hasn't shot the ball well from 3, but he just gives you everything he has. And, right now he's not happy. None of us are. But he's going to keep leading the group. That's what he does. And couldn't ask for a better leader. He knows we're gonna have to play better. He knows we got one more opportunity to do that. But he'll come back and give it his all the next game. That's what he does. He's a winning basketball player. Unfortunately, we haven't won yet in this series, but he impacts winning as well as anybody in the league.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, last question to Neil.
Scott, you went with the 4-guard lineup a couple of times there. What were you hoping to accomplish there? Was it more, hoping the offense would outweigh the defensive?
Just try to generate some driving kicks and some get them moving with some ball movement. They were playing small themselves, and just trying to create some three opportunities and some defensive opportunities where we can use our quickness, maybe get into their handle a little bit. It's always the balance of trying to get as many offensive players and defensive players, the two-way players at once. But we played hard. We didn't play well, and that's when you're in the playoffs, you got to be able to do both. And right now, tonight, I wouldn't say we played well, but I can look back on everybody. I wouldn't say nobody dogged it. They still tried to compete and playing against a good team they're playing at a high level as well. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.